should be.
Dorset Rover, if you sell it, what's the crowd number? Well, the stadium holds 1,980,
yeah.
and we got half of that. So
as a diagonal gets the ball immediately under play, and Jamie Watson comes out and deals with it with no great problem. Ball drifts out, and it's Raith Rovers who get the throw in. I think Neil's, it's interesting that he points out that we've got a grade 1 referee, so it'll be interesting to see if we notice some kind of tangible difference, especially given these flurry of cards tonight. Ball's played diagonal and up there to Grant Anderson, plays it on from John Baird's going to drive down into the corner. He's won a throw in because I think it was the right choice from Craig Watson just to well,
RaithTV and getting told to get out of the way.
Space is so tight that I'm actually watching the game through the RaithTV monitor with Ian in front of me. You can see Jamie Watson comes in, gives it to Jamie Gullen. Gullen's going to give it back to Jamie. I don't think he's got enough room to get a crossover himself, so he's going to have to play it back to try and find some space. Dave Mackay, ever so confident last week, plays it down in the corner. I think there's too much on that, but John Baird's given it a right good go. These 5 players had to play it. John Baird's taking the ball off his toe, plays it into the 6-yard box, robbed off Grant Anderson's toe. These 5 will probably clear this up the line. They do.
That's out.
Ball stayed in play according to the linesman. No, Neil Russell was right. It was out of play. Raith Rovers throwing.
Good wee bit of play by John Baird just to dig the ball out of nothing.
I'll just move the microphone out a wee bit there, get our levels right here as Brad Spencer gets his first touch of the day. It's a skillful one out to McDonald. For me, McDonald was the big loss last week. I know he played diligently at centre half, but the failure of him bombing up the wing, I think that's what separated us from at least a point against Dumbarton.
Definitely.
No disrespect intended to the players who fitted in. Jamie Watson back in his more traditional place on the right side of the pitch.
There he goes, Kieran Maka.
Drives to the edge of the box. Plays it out. We think about playing it in early from Anderson. Brad Spencer tries to play a dink ball through. Referee says no handball. Thankfully play breaks down and it's Dylan Tate. Drives, drifts, switches the play over to Watson. I've got absolutely no reservations about Dylan Tate being thrown in there today. Little flick on from Anderson and I think Anderson.
Sorry, Davey.
Yeah, I think that Brett Long will come out and take that to hand. Anderson closes the gap down.
Don't get excited, Davey. Come on.
Yeah. These Fife are through. The ball's bounced, it's broke, and it's driven out for a corner by Kel Benedictus. It was a ball over the top that looked rather aimless. It just took a rather strong bounce off the artificial surface. One of those kind of dead spots, I think.
Jamie Watson just hesitated a second, didn't he?
I think the challenge would have been if they'd hit that first time, but the little delay meant Kel Benedictus got back, nudged it out for a corner that will be taken in front of the Rover support. Near post, driven in, good header by Dave Mackay. It's one for John Baird to chase. He's still got a bit of yardage in him in there. Well done, John, gets up to the halfway line. And it's an East Fife throw. They started off at sector 5, they're now just about to go down to sector 1. They've drifted a good 10 yards with the ball there. They get the ball back. Initial throw-in was cleared by McDonald. East Fife player comes inside. 2 Raith Rovers players in attendance. Nice ball in, there's sharp and neat. They're going to have to try and switch place. It's very tight over there. I think that ball's... Initially I thought it was overplayed, but needed dealt with, and it's a goal kick that's given. I think McDonald might have played it off of the East Fife player.
He did, first sign there of Ryan Wallace, he looked particularly sharp and eager. A wee pest of a player to play against. I'm sure Ben able to confirm to you. And I forgot to say to Davey, I'll say it on air, no secret, say it. We have the use of the first aid room for a post-match interview if required.
Great.
Just round the corner.
We normally have some difficulties with stewards and hospitality and such here, so we've had to redo a couple of interviews with people shouting and swearing in the midst of them, so that's great. Fair play to East Fife. Well,
more than happy to help, they were.
Yeah, it's neat at the back there from Raith Rovers. Too deep for the fans who've travelled. Ross Monroe says, I'm getting this ball up to the halfway line. Grant Anderson chases it. Well, it's a big centre half, gets a touch all the way through to Brett Long.
He's taking no chance. He's dealing that as if it were a pass back.
I think he probably safely could have picked it up, but Brett Long kicks it long. Good bit of height, not a lot of pace in the ball. That big towering figure there of Anton Dowds concedes possession. Oh, John Baird taken out of play, free kick Raith Rovers, no doubt about it. Referee right in that one. Referee looked to play the advantage that wasn't forthcoming, and just on the halfway line we've got a free kick just in front of our vantage point here. Look at a sector 6 as we swing the ball across from right to left. Kieran McDonald into Brad Spencer, drop of the shoulder, leaves the defender behind him, drives on, comes inside, the tackle comes, ball's breaking free. I think that's a free kick to East Fife there. I think it might have been Lewis Hunter who caught a stray boot there.
Yeah, I think it was off of Dylan Tate.
Yeah, it was Daniel Church actually.
Charlotte's brother. Absolutely.
And of course, welcome to everybody who's tuned in today. I hope you've had a wonderful, restful Christmas. New Year on the horizon.
So the ball is currently in 7.
I think we need the video referee, because I would have said that was an 8.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go to VAR since we're disagreeing on what sector it's in.
7's over there.
Throw in Raith Rovers, 20 yards out from the home fans who have struck up the drum. And a friend before the game telling me that he saw the young team coming in, disposing of their orangeade with some haste. So I think that may have been Mad Dog orangeade.
Yes.
So that'll fuel them for the next 90 minutes. Referee, 2 hands on the back there, gives Raith Rovers a foul. Ryan Wallace on Regan Hendry.
He just did enough to make sure that Regan couldn't get on the ball, but too much for it to be play on.
But it's clear as day there. Grant Anderson, lovely little flick to John Baird. Great first touch, better second touch, and we move it from one side of the pitch to the other. McDonald rampaging up that left hand side, brings in Dylan Tate, he drops, finds Brad Spencer. We're looking for somebody at the edge of the box. It's Jamie Gillen.
Jamie, you can make a move, Jamie.
Very tight at the edge of the box there. We're looking for a bit of movement. John Baird shuttles the ball on to Jamie Watson. It's a deep ball, it's in. We've got a header up there, it's a chance. That looks like Jamie Gillen to me. Welcome to Overmodulation Central here.
Sorry, folks.
East Fife 0, Raith Rovers 1. Jamie Watson plays the ball in. It's a little flicked header to the back post. And that diagonal ball from Watson pays off because it's a smashed half volley. Puts Raith Rovers a goal up.
Funny, isn't it, when you concede a goal in a derby match, you automatically get a stiff neck and can't turn to look at the people celebrating beside you. We're the same, don't get me wrong.
Now's the time for us to press forward. I think the great hope of those who I spoke with before the game was that we would take the game to East Fife. Well, we've certainly done that with, is that about 10 minutes played and we're a goal to the good.
Yeah. You can't complain about that.
And here we go. Benedictus, wonderful ball to Anderson. His first touch is heavy. Oh, Anderson's gone over and looks in pain. Looks in quite a lot of pain. Hands over the face, he's up. Come on, Ando, up you get. Yeah, he's moving. I think it's a face knock.
Joao and Tony had the hopes up there.
Oh, a slack ball from Ross Monroe's giving East Fife a chance. They drive, they get the ball across the face of goal. Out for a goal kick, and that was very, very dangerous. Anton Dowds drifted the ball across the 6-yard box, about 2 yards out ultimately when it went past the post. That all came from Ross Monroe. Sclaffed clearance.
It was some finish by Gullen. Let's get back to the happier, the more positive side of things. It was floated across from Jamie Watson, headed on. Did it come off our play, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a flicked header. I'm not too sure who.
I think it was Anderson.
It was. I think it was Anderson got a little touch.
And Gullen just lashed it in, the hammer.
Yeah, got his body over it and kind of swiggled round to half volley it. Visually pleasing. But never mind the aesthetics, it's the scoreline that's the most important thing. 1-0 Raith Rovers as Dowds is brought down. Referee, yeah, he's right in seeing that one. Dowds throws his arms to the air. He's a handful, we know that.
He's huge, isn't he?
He's massive, isn't he?
And then Jamie Watson's not a small player, and Dowds is towering over him.
Head and shoulders above him, isn't he? I think there's no real rhythm to these Fife play so far. So it's hard to see if they're particularly targeting one area of the pitch. Certainly there were a couple of notable breaks up this left-hand side. One where Jamie Watson misjudged a header, the other one where Ross Monroe was slacking a clearance. Neither of which came to any great harm as Captain Scott Agnew dinks it back post. Benny's in there. Good header from Grant Anderson. A flick on from Dylan Tate, only finds a East Fife player. A wayward clearance, but it does fall to Agnew, so these Fife players happy with that. Out wide to the right hand side. Overlap from Agnew. Nobody in front of him. He tries to swing it in. That'll go for a corner if it goes out, but I think Dave Mackay's going to stop it. He does. John Baird. Baird into Jamie Gullan. He's got 5 players. Oh, he's not made the defender. Go on, Jamie. Oh, unlucky. Lovely bit of skill from Jamie Gullan.
Jamie Gullan. That was some break and some header in by Baird, wasn't it?
What a bit of vision from John Baird there. He's seen the pass that nobody else in the stadium seen. Little dinked header when we actually thought it was going out for an East Fife throw, and Jamie Gullan nutmegs the guy who came to mark him. There was too many ahead of him, and here's Gullan again. Go on the hammer. He's taking it wide left. He's going to dink it in. Back post. It's cleared. Where's the stray ball going? It's going to an East Fife jersey. They're trying to get a wee bit of respite. Jamie Watson comes in. He's going to go to his heels here. East Fife player wins a free kick. East Fife looking for a booking. It's going to be a word for Watson, but I don't think it's a yellow card. Yeah, it's certainly been something of. It's Don Robertson who's the referee. It's certainly been a feature I've noticed of recent games, how adamant players are, and I'm going to watch Raith Rovers for this as well, but certainly Falkirk was where it stood out the most. I didn't see signs of East Fife kind of demanding that the referee goes to the card at every challenge. I have to say it's one of the most unsavoury parts of the game. As a spectator, I'm not going to be too faced about it. I'm going to have a watch and see if our players are at it as well. Throw in East Fife. Zone 3, they push up towards the byline. He's overran it, dinks it across the line. Benedictus and McDonald swap passes. Benny just clears it, all calm and all good. And the ball's up and 10 yards into the East Fife area for a throw-in. And well done, Mr. E. You must have some delay on that broadcast, I'm telling you that. A full 4 minutes after the goal scored. Either that or the keyboard was stuck.
It's only 4? Good. It seems like more, doesn't it?
East Fife take the throw in. Raith Rovers take control of the vocal battle between the fans. Ball played up to John Baird. Oh, he gambles by going at the back, but the centre half was up to it. That's a bit wasteful of East Fife. They headed it down to their own corner flag. Player keeps it in. I think it might be a throw in down in the corner. Yeah, it's a throw in about a yard. Or is it a corner? Referee's not been very...
I think it's a corner.
I think it's a corner, but the referee's not been very animated in his description there. But the ball's on the quadrant.
The East Fife player went all the way back to chase that slightly slack pass.
Yeah, the centre half kept it in. Here comes the corner. It's right on top of the goalkeeper. Big Dow's headers that out for a throw in, 18 yards out. The non-populated bit of the ground.
Most of it, isn't it?
That's 3/4 of it I'm talking about, yep. Well, Mr. E certainly enjoyed the celebration there. If you're somebody who's not managed to get a ticket to the game today, welcome to RaithTV. Great to have your company, John Baird. Oh, he tries to have a shot and then feints to come inside. Intriguing and almost came off. We've retained possession. Regan Hendry, Brad Spencer, and Dylan Tate. Jamie Watson back to Dylan Tate, always looking to go in the front foot, dinks the ball over to Brad Spencer. That's a lovely little ball from Dylan there. Brings in John Baird. Brad Spencer across the face of the 18-yard box, playing to Baird, and a soft touch past the post. The final touch of a really excellent flowing move from Raith Rovers.
Some good stuff played so far.
Some good stuff. It must have been silky. It's going in the notebook for the highlights reel. Ian Greaves got the pen out the pocket. He's putting a question mark, hoping that our 4 goals in the second half will push it out. Dowds keeps it in, yes he does, but came ahead, tennis a bounce. Benny, good header off to Brad Spencer. I think he'll be calm and get it back to McDonald. McDonald drops the shoulder, goes for a little run. Up that, lovely ball inside to Regan Hendry. Well played, Raith Rovers. Overlaps on if he uses McDonald. He does. He's overplayed it a bit. McDonald's cross.
Oh dear.
Goal kick.
That was a fine flowing move down the left hand side with good work by McDonald and Hendry, but McDonald just he can really overcook that final ball into the box.
I think it just gave him a wee bit too much to do. The ball that he received. So it's going to be Brett Long. It's certainly not cold here, but I'm going to take the liberty of zipping up the parka. They've taken their time. East Fife. The ball eventually comes and Grant Anderson wins it. John Baird's up. He just really puts height on the ball rather than distance. Spencer. Oh, lovely ball out to Grant Anderson. Anderson is going to whip it across the edge of the box. It came out to the far side. Brad Spencer cuts it back. Oh, it just evades Dylan Tate's outstretched boot, and that looked that was going to cause problems.
Of course, in the ebb and flow of the game, we don't expect Rovers to maintain this level of pressure, but while we do,
well, it's Brad Spencer. He's opened a bit of space. He's came across. He shoots. It's blocked by the defender, and it'll be a corner for Raith Rovers.
Well left.
Looking to see it's possibly Regan Hendry's going to come across to take it. As a little bit of discussion from Darren Young. Darren Young having a wee word with Ryan Wallace. Wallace, the only player that's been left up for East Fife. Watson and McDonald have stayed back. The ball's returned to Regan Hendry, so he will take this. It's placed down, main stand side. He's going to take it left footed. Plays it short to Gillen. Plays it in towards the penalty spot. We're up. Baird's in there and he commits a foul. Yeah, the Rovers fans aren't happy, but I think that was a fair enough decision. John just let his shoulder a wee bit too forcibly there.
Yeah.
Paul Smith and John McGlynn shouting across to Gillen and Baird, saying they want some more movement between the two of them.
He had a fair bit already, but
yeah.
But once more.
Brett Long thumps it forward. Jamie Watson plays it into the crowded midfield. Oh, ricochets out for a throw in. Not a lot of movement up the line, but Grant Anderson wants it on his head. He gets it to his feet. Jamie Watson moves it on to John Baird. That's unlucky. Dowds is offside there, but I have to say, I think not only the height difference, the physical match-up with Jamie Watson doesn't bear thinking about, because he's just shielded him away by using, fair body force there. And it looked a bit men against boys there for a moment. Thankfully the offside flag was up. I'm going to give Jamie the benefit of the doubt. He may well have seen that. Ross Monroe to take the offside kick. Head tennis abounds. Till Regan Hendry gets in. Dylan Tate drops his shoulder, goes outside, gets it into the box. It's a delightful cross, but it's too deep for any penetrating challenge at the back. East Fife just thump it into the field at the back of the ground.
It was coolly taken stuff by Regan Hendry just to pluck the ball out of the air and set Dylan Tate off.
Well, it was like Regan Hendry passed the ball to a mini Regan Hendry there, didn't it? Because Dylan Tate just had a little size up of where he was at and thought, there's nobody on inside, I've got to take it wide. Dropped the shoulder, went round the defender, and the ball had too much on it. Not actually a dissimilar delivery really to the goal. John Baird, goodness me, that's a wonderful touch there as he gets it back to McDonald. The ball came at him at waist height. Lovely again from John Baird into Gillen. Gillen edge of the box. He's trying to come inside, get it onto the left foot. Regan Hendry plays it across. Dylan Tate, it opens up, he shoots, it's past the post, but it's a good old effort there.
The right idea. He bought a wee bit of space and time for himself, but his execution just wasn't quite on the money, was it?
No, it would have had to be something a bit special there. But it was well worth a goal. We can say it was a safe enough shot that didn't find its way into the water behind the goals. Goalkeeper takes that. Rover shooting to our right. That's there for the winning if Grant Anderson goes. That's a bit of a high foot for these Fife player, but referee played it on. Ross Monroe's going to have to come. No, Jamie Watson's not taking any chances. Well done, Jamie. Good decision.
It's actually Dave Mackay, but yeah.
Was it Dave Mackay?
Yeah,
Good shout there. Yeah, I think that was one of them where the goalkeeper probably would have got it, but I'm happy to concede the throw in.
Yeah.
We now regroup with 8 men behind the ball. Chance for them to deliver one into the box for East Fife. There's a spare jersey there, it's headed in. Benedictus gets a touch, but only finds a yellow and black jersey. Agnew, 20 yards out, tries to use the overlap. It's going to find its way. Wallace is looking for it. I think that's a wee double ricochet. The ball stays in play. It would have been a goal kick. Back post, the keeper's up. Jamie Watson headers out. Grant Anderson.
Well done, Grant Anderson.
Clearance. Jamie Gullen, unlucky, doesn't get a break of the ball. East Fife have it. They move it to the main stand side. Into the box. And cleared by, I think that's Dylan Tate actually, over to Kieran McDonald.
Kieran Maka on the run, he's breaking forward. Gullen's on the ball now.
Yeah, he's moving forward. He's got an overlap there. Is he going to use it? He does. McDonald from quadrant 7. It's a cross. Raith Rovers 2. Kieran McDonald. He swings across in and made no bones about it from the edge of quadrant kind of 7 and 5. That was a cross all the way, and it looped over the keeper's head into the side net. Keeper lost the flight of the ball in there. East Fife 0, Raith Rovers 2.
And he meant it, like Kevin Gallagher against Barcelona in 1987. He completely meant that cross-come shot.
That's a perfect description there. As the score reads, East Fife 0, Raith Rovers 2. And it shows that your commentators know nothing about football, because the one thing I was saying to friends before the game is I feel we'll need to score 2 to win this, and I don't know where 2 goals are coming from. Well, we've got 2 goals to the good already. Free kick, East Fife on the edge of the box. Just kind of sector 4.
Yeah. Every time you say sector, I think of a Rush song, Red Sector A.
I'm trying to think, because there's 8, so am I going with quadrants, or that would be 4, what are we going to call them? Section?
That's 2,
Here's the ball's going to be driven across. It's a header for East Fife. Keeper comes, should deal with it. Dave Mackay. Chance to, because I'm putting this out of play. Once again, leading from the front, Dave Mackay.
And he was talking post-match to the local paper about how, and he's dealt with that cross there.
Oh, Regan Hendry, that was brave.
Yeah.
Clears it for an East Fife throw. He's looking for a foul, but
Mackay was talking about how he's really benefited from training alongside Stephen Anson, who's like almost taken him under his wing, as the senior player in that defence. And I think we're seeing the benefits. Mackay was always a very solid prospect. But he seems to just kicked on a wee bit this season, hasn't he?
We'll see out this attack from East Fife, and then it's a foul given. No, it's Agnew. He's beaten to the ball. Ball's on the halfway line. He's looking for a free kick that I thought was going to come. East Fife move it out to the right here with Church. Church only manages to find Jamie Watson. Good clearance.
Well done, Tate.
Tate plays it high and long and over the top. Anderson creates a pest, and that's a wonderful defensive header from Chris Higgins. Credit.
Very good. Very impressive.
Yeah, I listened in on that interview with Matt Elder and Dave Mackay, and he was saying about leadership and taking responsibility. Just what he done last Saturday. East Fife have got a chance, a shot at goal. Oh my God, that is absolutely abysmal.
That's horrendous.
That's really quite embarrassing. That's Ryan Wallace. He was absolutely central there. Probably the second line between 3 and 4. And he almost 9-ironed it out into the car park.
He almost took that wee boy out of the game, that's standing on the roof of that container. I don't know if he's a ball boy or just a wee Ned watching the game for free. But
either way, it's
the shot was so errant and nearly took him out.
Sharp action if he's not got a match ticket. If that's a East Fife Rovers fan, then credit where it's due.
He's wearing blue, so he must be one of ours.
Ross Monroe takes the kick. Good distance. John Baird's up. John Baird wins the header. And Higgins knees it back to
Baird
long
seems to be up for it and on his game. We haven't seen the real John Baird really since he came back. That one goal against Stranraer aside, and he's thriving the derby action here.
I think the next goal, and there will be another goal, is crucial. Regan Hendry wins a foul.
He's just class, isn't he? He is sheer class.
I think that Ryan Wallace is going to get a wee word, really, just for his gesticulation rather than anything. It was a foul. It wasn't malicious. It wasn't a yellow card foul. He just saw Regan Hendry pirouetting away from him, put put a little trip in, as any football player would be expected to do, but then he kind of jumps up, tantrum style, throws his arms to the ground, insinuating the referee got it wrong. I think that irked the referee. I think the next foul either side will be a yellow card.
Yeah, it's a good shout actually. It's interesting with the McDonald's goal there, you know, we lambasted his previous crossing effort, and then the second one, well, goes straight in.
Maybe that first one that went out of play was actually a shot on goal.
Yeah, rangefinder.
A rangefinder, yeah. Getting his sights lined up. So the matchday squad are here, the volunteer team.
Pars are losing.
Who's at the Sun updates today, Neil?
It's Kirstine.
Dylan Tay, lovely, and a bit of a fight there with an East Fife player. Oh, lovely Dylan Tay, into John Baird, edge of the box, puts it across, headed out there, and it comes to an East Fife player. Oh, that's a hurried clearance, it's in there. Dylan Tate's going to go and risk it. Falls to Regan Hendry, flicked forward, John Baird, he's looking for a gap, he plays it through, here comes a hammer, oh it's too wide for him. I think he's trying to win a corner, but he's going to have to keep the ball in play. He's ushering it, it's not going out. Throw in Raith Rovers, 2 yards from these five.
Really fresh stuff from Raith Rovers down this right hand side in sector
1. 8.
1. You've been drinking.
The problem is I've got to scan to the sector thing, and I want to read what the chat board's saying.
Take it, put a note on our team sheet anyway.
John Baird, Regan Hendry, switch of play. McDonald, good ball, up the line, finds Spencer, he's looking for the overlap. Oh, the offside flag's up. So Morgan in front of us.
One so far, isn't it? He's only come down the right hand side.
He's just been linking play and diligently keeping it where it needs to be. He's offered a bit of supportive cover. That's his John Baird actually. Picked his last ball up on the halfway line with 3 Raith Rovers players ahead of him.
I mean, we're only 28 minutes in. I'm not wanting to rate this as a Pittodrie style performance, but under the cosh, players out, and we're really digging in from front to back.
That's a soft and quite concerning free kick for East Fife. It's midway inside zone 3, but I think by the time they steal a few yards, they're ever edging closer to striking this. I'd say about 22 yards out. As we say, just inside sector 3 there. I think sector 3 might be the Rovers young team's casual name, you know.
Yeah. Section B, like Airdrie's got Section B, we've got sector 3.
It's going to be Agnew to play the ball in.
Danger man and captain today.
I think this is a direct effort on goal.
Yeah, come on Jordy.
We've got a 3-man wall up there, but we've got all 11 players back in the box. It's a direct effort on goal. Jordy's lined up. Here it comes, near post, goal! East Fife 1, Raith Rovers 2. Agnew scores it. Not much the keeper could do about that one.
He's got to look to maintain that two goal cushion, or to retrieve that 2-goal cushion. There's still a lot of football to be played yet in this match.
There's at least another couple of goals in this.
Aye.
Yeah, full house for the bingo caller on the mic. Does East Fife get back in the game? Well done, Dylan Tate. Wins the ball on the right hand side. He's just been nudged off it there. Wins a throw in. Personally, I thought it should have been a foul there. I thought that Liam Watt was a little bit heavy handed with the challenge, but no, it's
Dylan certainly feeling on his right leg, but he's fit to continue.
East Fife 1, Raith Rovers 2. It seems that East Fife have brought a small drum and a xylophone with the sound of things. John Baird into the 6-yard box, comes out. Dylan Tate, high foot. Free kick East Fife. Midway inside their own half. I think it's going to be left for the goalkeeper. They've got a spring in their step. Brett Long shifts it down to the left back position. A flick on from Dowds to Watt. Watt comes inside. He's not got an angle to cross it, so he says to double back. He's a handful, stocky little figure, gets into the box. Brad Spencer gets it out. One for Grant Anderson to chase. He's marked out of it by Craig Watson. Brett Long thumps it long. It seems to be swerving out. Is Maka going to keep that in or let it go? He lets it go for a Raith Rovers throw-in. Midway inside the third section on that touchline. Yeah, I agree with the donut there. I think that it's a big 10 minutes ahead.
Good point, TX Rover. I can use a obligatory goal out of the way.
Ball's played long with the goalkeeper. Let's be fair to Monroe. It was a class strike from Agnew.
Oh,
there's a high foot. Free kick for Raith Rovers. Darren Young's absolutely furious. I'm not sure what he's pointing out here, because a free kick was given against Raith Rovers not even moments earlier for a foot that was slightly lower, and I think we all agreed that it probably was a high foot against us. So that's a very clear decision there. East Fife manager caught up in the passion of it all. I have to say, a very likeable chap when I came across him in predominantly pre-match at Starts Park. Played long by Jordy there, and East Fife won it. Agnew switches play. Jamie Watson should and does win it. Dowse chases. Ball finds Tate. Tate uses Baird as a decoy. Moves the ball up the line. The centre half's going to play it. We should be favourites to win the ball with Regan Hendry. We do in the middle of the park. There's a shove in the back of Tate. Referee missed it. That's late.
Disgraceful. That's a disgraceful challenge off the ball on Regan Hendry.
Referee could only really caught that in his peripheral vision.
Centre circle, he's not badly hurt, but you know, it's when your main playmaker goes down, having had a previous injury problem, that you worry a wee bit. And
every time he goes down we worry, and he naturally puts his hand on his knee. He's moving okay there.
Good play by Dylan Tate on the right to cut inside, and shows good strength for a
the
young
referee's
laddie.
getting it tight for not showing a yellow card. I've got a little bit of sympathy there, because I think it would have been peripheral vision that he seen that challenge. He wouldn't have got a good view of it. He really needed help for the assistance, and that wasn't forthcoming.
Grant Anderson wins it in the air, heads infield.
That's a loose clearance edge of the box. McDonald is going to drive a ball across goal again. A shot, it's past the post from Brad Spencer. That could have and should have been on target.
He almost had too long, didn't he?
Yeah.
To connect with it. Alright.
Raith Rovers still a goal to the goods here in this hotly contested derby. And as I said earlier, at 2-0 there's more in this. At 2-1 to Raith Rovers there are more goals to come, but no doubt about that. Kyle Benedictus out to McDonald. Dinked little ball over there. Lovely from Spencer. Good body strength as well. Drives into the middle of the park. Finds some space out wide. Sector 8. Is that going to go out for a corner? Yeah, corner kick, Raith Rovers. Regan Hendry goes across to take it again. Please give us a wee bit of feedback with regards to the kind of gridding aspect. It might be something that you want us to use intermittently rather than not heavily rely on, but yeah, we'll respond to what's best for you. As the ball goes in the spot, the left boot gets pulled back, the delivery comes near post, it's headed all the way back out. Raith Rovers throw in as Regan Hendry meanders up the line to take it. I wouldn't say he's hobbling, but he's
going cautiously, isn't he?
Cautiously, yeah.
I mean, he knows himself.
Dylan Tate, far too ambitious, and that'll go to the East Fife goalkeeper.
Yeah, Regan Hendry, he's able to raise up to a jog, and he seems to be fine.
Maybe the corner kick just came a wee bit too soon for him there,
Good stuff,
Benny. To Dylan Tate. Well, we've got a midfield three of Regan Hendry, Brad Spencer and Dylan Tate, and at the moment it's Dylan Tate pulling all the strings.
Aye, he's not looking at a
Brad Spencer shifts the ball across, having said that, to Regan Hendry. Section 8, going towards the byline, tries to find an angle, dinks it through a gap. I think that's a goal kick. That's unlucky there for Regan Hendry. A little kind of Brazilian drag back through the defender's legs, but as he hacked it clear, it came off.
Good interchange between the midfield as well. You know, Tate's now gone he's now at the base of the diamond, and Hendry's towards the right, and Spencer on the left. Previously it was Hendry sitting and Tate right. I mean, everyone's bunched over into sector 4. Yeah.
Well, it's one for Dave Mackay to deal with. Again, he gets more distance more height rather than distance. My apologies. Got a bit muddled there. Who's going to win this? The Hammer wins it. Ball's in the halfway line. Watt flicks it on. Here come East Fife. Regan Hendry's looking to commit a foul. Foot goes in. That's a great challenge. Great challenge. Here comes Jamie Gullen. Regan Hendry on the touchline. Comes to Dylan Tate. It's a heavy touch, but Tate manages to get the ball second. Agnew and Watt get it together. It's end-to-end stuff there. East Fife claiming a foul right at the edge of the box, possibly even in the box, but for me there was a touch from a Raith Rovers player that was accurate to the nth degree. Dowd knocks it out for a Raith Rovers throw just in front of us here. Jamie Watson to take. Dylan Tate clutches his ankle. I think he's catching his breath more than anything. Dylan Tate to Jamie Watson. Jamie Watson to Kyle Benedictus. That's unusual but effective. That's probably tied it to the kind of zonal marking of East Fife that had to play quite an unusual ball there. Jamie Gullen beaten to it by Agnew. East Fife break over the halfway line, right hand side, looking for some movement. They're going to have to go back before they go forward. The team captain Scott Agnew pulling the strings, a player that is a well known Neil and I admire. Dowds stands up to the back, plays it round the corner, goes down looking for a never existing foul. No. Regan Hendry plays it down to Grant Anderson. Grant Anderson to Jamie Gullen. Jamie Gullen's going to have to switch play. Space. It's over there to Brad Spencer. Let's it run to Kieran McDonald. Into the final third. He's into the edge of the box. Drives the goal. Kieran McDonald gets a second. Raith Rovers establish a 2-goal lead for a second time in the game. East Fife 1, Raith Rovers 3.
What a finish, by the way. And if you didn't notice, we all enjoyed that immensely. Jamie Gullen, it looked like he'd taken an option. John Babe was screaming for it over the top, but Gullen very intelligently switched it out left. McDonald caught it in full tilt and then just blasted straight into the box, and shot across long and into the opposite bottom corner. 2 goals from McDonald, 3-1 for the Rovers.
Well, we did say before the game that it was the attacking prowess of Kieran McDonald that we really missed last Saturday. They put in a great shift at centre half.
Boom, as Mr. Ree says. I'll take that every day of the week.
Yeah, Mr. Ree is bang on the mark now. I think he said a wee hair of the dog to wake themselves up. East Fife will want to get this back to at least within a goal by half time as they move up the left hand side. Jamie Watson, I thought he committed a foul there, but the East Fife player keeps going. Will be a goal kick. Regan Hendry kicks the ball away. Referee has a little word with him, and Ross Monroe has puts into execution everything he's learned from Dave McGurn in terms of taking his time over goal kicks. That's why when other teams' fans moan at the goalkeeper, coach, the East Fife coach is absolutely raging. He looks like he's ready to take somebody outside of the lounge for a square goal. Well, I really got to enjoy that goal because when McDonald came inside, I quickly saw he'd got in the edge of the box. I seen the angle, and actually I almost knew that it was going in as soon as it left his boot. So
Jamie Gullen getting really stuck in there, as has John Baird and Grant Anderson throughout.
I actually thought it was a free kick there. I thought that Brad Spencer was ragdolled by, I think it might have been Lewis Hunter, but either way it's a throw-in that's down in the final third for East Fife. A hat clearance only finds Brad Spencer. Spencer to Gullen. Oh, it's Gullen, he comes in, he's going to get a shot. He thinks it across the line. It's foul. Spencer lifts it over. Oh, good defensive header, brave. Dylan Tate out to McDonald. McDonald's going to deliver across this time. Here it comes. Oh, Baird over the kick, over the bar. Rampant Rovers.
Back to what we like seeing, Dave, isn't it?
Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I'm aware that some of you may actually have East Fife pictures in RaithTV commentary if you're familiar with that essence of the technical world. If that's what you're doing, I have to say that we've got to take all necessary stops to keep everything legal at our end. But I always know that fans are desperate to find ways round watching their team, especially when it's a sellout. Kieran McDonald looking for movement up the line. John Baird fancies it and he's looking also like he's enjoying Jamie Gullen beside him.
Yeah.
Benedictus, probably the quietest player on the pitch for Raith Rovers. Goalkeeper up to the halfway line. John Baird beating to it in the air. That one's a throw-in.
So we asked for that 2-goal cushion to be restored, and we, by George, did we get it, Davey?
Absolutely. I've said it twice, and I'm going to say it for a third time. The scoring is not over today.
No,
there are more goals in
not.
this game.
No, definitely not. Completely agree there.
Yeah, if I go home after a 4-3 defeat, I'll be saying I knew there was more goals, and if I go home celebrating a 7-1 win, I'll be saying there will be more goals.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's the latter of those two, as East Fife trying to get back into the game, get into Rovers territory. Regan Hendry commits a foul. I think he lost his footing more than anything there. East Fife player acknowledges that. Nice bit of professionalism there. We're close enough that we can hear John McGlynn and Paul Smith shouting. It's all about being switched on just now. Look at John McGlynn, he's like a panther there, isn't he? Absolutely poised. Back post, Benny's the shout. Ball comes in. Oh, a shout for a handball. It looked like it came off of McDonald's thigh. East Fife will deliver it right over the top again. Benny's up, that's who I want under it. East Fife player shapes his body, drifts it across the face of goal. Chance East Fife, it's down. He's overplayed it and clear it.
Tried to walk it into the net, didn't he?
He needed to just stab a toe at that.
He did, aye. On the first or the second touch, but he took a third touch and it allowed Dave McKay to close him down.
I don't think there was a direct angle on goal there, but if he just stabbed a boot at it, he might have got lucky in the ruck.
Aye, definitely.
Jamie Watson clears it from the edge of our 6-yard box out to the halfway line. East Fife throw-in. 2 minutes of regulation time needed. Johnny Be Good saying we want more. I think we need more as well. Certainly if it's going to have any kind of ease for the commentary team here.
I mean, it's cliche central, isn't it? But in a derby game, you know, is a 2-goal lead enough in a derby game?
Next goal's crucial.
Aye.
You know, it's this bit, and John McGlynn's told me many times about a 2-goal lead being the most dangerous lead in football, he'll say.
Yeah.
Because you're 2 goals up, you're cruising, you would take that at any point in a game, really. But as soon as a team gets a goal back, suddenly they're in the ascendant saying, you're asking yourself all the mental questions of, can we hold on? Let's see Raith Rovers on the front foot, but at the moment it's East Fife. They're going to drift the ball diagonally across. Keeper stays on his line. Anton Dowds is going to win it. Comes off Jamie Watson, Regan Hendry. There's no finesse in that. Plays it up towards John Baird. John Baird's going to get that ball. He does. Well done, John. Jamie Gullen. There's an overlap if he can find it. Oh, he tried to play in Grant Anderson. Unlucky Gullen. Brett Long. Good kick from the goalkeeper under pressure. Up to the halfway line. Regan Hendry headers it to McDonald.
Keeps the pressure on, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Oh, if Jamie could have found half a yard of space there. Referee lets that one go. Looked a foul to me. Brad Spencer into Gullen. He shoots. Oh, it's just past the post.
He's got some strike in him, hasn't he? As we know.
I'm going to say about 18 inches past the post there from 18 yards out. And I cannot get the voice of Gregory Taddy out my head every time he hears the ball. So we may slip into Gulan territory. Certainly if one of them hits the net, then it'll have essence of the France team of the 90s.
Roll up by Grant Anderson.
Wins it. There's a rugged play forward from Gullen. And a Raith Rovers throw in.
He'd like a 50-penny bet.
Absolutely, as the clock ticks on to the 45th minute. East Fife 1, Raith Rovers 3. It's been a diligent performance. It was a cracking goal for East Fife, so defensively we've been quite strong. A couple of errors that were unforced that we've dealt with. Regan Hendry plays it to Jamie Watson. Watson plays an intelligent ball into the midfield. There's a foul. That'll be a yellow card for Dylan Tate. I think Dylan will take that. To be honest, I think that free kick done us a little favour.
Yeah, they were breaking, weren't they?
They were breaking. I'm happy enough with that. TX asking about the weather. It's quite flat in terms of wind. There's no wind advantage per se. Jamie Watson, it goes over his head. Dave Mackay's out there. It's an East Fife player on the ball. Jamie gets the touch. Anton Dowds picks the ball up, plays it to Dave Mackay. He flips it forward. Grant Anderson plays it on, only as far as Chris Higgins. He's going to have to come across the park. Stuart Murdoch, he'll give it back to Higgins. They're in the midst of the centre circle. Higgins, ball over the top. I was looking for an offside flag that didn't come there. I think that's Watt, who's drifted to the other side. East Fife looking to get a ball in the box. Raith Rovers pushing them out. They're 30 yards from goal. They're back in the centre circle now. Higgins playing it across to Murdoch. Murdoch dinks one over the top. Benny's up. Who's it going to fall to? Falls in East Fife player in the box. Edge of the box. Agnew shoots into the arms of Munro. Comfortable for the goalkeeper. I think we'll see the half-time whistle any moment. We do indeed. New Bayview is the next goal is absolutely vital, and it's over to Neil Russell to take through the second half.
Regan Hendry gets things started. Long searching ball headed out for a Rovers throw. I would say the final third on the far side. Up the grid. Throw into Dylan Tate, gets it forward and booted clear by the East Fife left back, Stuart Murdoch. Ball's out of the stadium. I didn't notice that, and a new one comes back on from Darren Young. Or was it Derek Young? I can never remember.
Darren,
yeah. Go forward there.
Oh, we've got a trumpet.
A trumpet on his album from the East Fife support there.
Yeah, they've gone full in. I think Menta Plays was doing good business in the holiday period there.
Grant Anderson shields the ball and hits the deck, and somehow that's a free kick to them.
I didn't think it was a free kick either way there.
No.
Grant Anderson stayed down. It's that shoulder again, that's a worry. It's the shoulder again.
He's up on his feet and he's okay to continue, but I mean, it's not like we've got a squad full of callow characters who can't take a knock. You know, they're all hardy guys, but there are injury problems.
Yeah, it's when it's a recurrence of an injury he's already had, that's where you do worry.
Murdoch. Shot come cross, charged down by Brad Spencer, and it's an East Fife throw in front of their dugout. That man Murdoch again, the former Dundee United player as I remember. To Wallace, defended well by Gullen. Ball forward to the big guy, but expertly dealt with by Brad Spencer, and a ball forward. Like that, Anderson can't keep that in, and it's a East Fife throw in front of the Rovers dugout. Stuart Murdoch with a long throw. Benny wins it. Straight out for another East Fife throw. Getting those down this right hand side. Up. Benny gets ahead on it. Kieran McDonald completes the clearance, and it's out for another throw in.
Oh, it's like the Maracana here with all the musical instruments, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Methalcana.
So, I think the chat at half-time between me and David definitely was that there are more goals in this game, and we could do with another one just to make sure. Cross ball into the box, and Benny deals with it. Another throw into East Fife on the right hand side. Important thing is we're keeping them out of our box, Dave, isn't it? But maintain that pressure on the right hand side.
Certainly, as East Fife have came out of the traps, they know that a sprightly start's absolutely vital. Maybe John McGlynn thinking, let's just let them run themselves out first 5-10 minutes and then come to the fore.
Oh, sharp tackle there from Regan Hendry, and the East Side try and play it out, and they got the break of the ball. Number 6 Watson and Murdoch. Wallace cross ball in. Ooh, skiffs off the head, but John Baird picks that wide right, and he's got space in front of him. Oh, just holds
that's experience.
Yeah, he could have bombed on and run into a dead end, but he tried to get things moving down the right hand. And the attack breaks down, and it's an East Fife throw in just on the halfway line on the other side from us. Big ball forward, Downs. Mackay right on his back, Downs gets it back. It's Agnew, I think it is.
Yeah, ball's still in play, he's done well there, Bigger Dowd.
Watson gets it to Murdoch. Murdoch plays it on the line, Wallace. Kieran McDonald tracking him all the way. Murdoch, cross ball in and dealt with competently by Benny, and another throw in from the right hand.
Yeah, that's one of them that gets these Fife fans on their toes, but actually our centre half's feeling very comfortable. He's just played the ball out.
Yeah. Yep. Murdoch does well to get the cross in, and again Benny's in the right places to knock out for another throw in. Murdoch with the throw. He's got options ahead. Wallace and Brad Spencer deals with it and very expertly defends it, and
got a bit of distance in it as well there.
Yeah, Gulling got ahead on it. Hendry gets it down, knocks it forward and taken out by the number 2 Aaron Dunsmore, and who gets a deserved yellow card. I mean, first half we noticed that East Fife players are taking turns to foul Hendry, and now the referee started to take action, because Hendry got it away, big ball forward, no finesse about it, and Dunsmore just came in and took him out. So
it's one of those sore ones, you know, the studs on the top of the foot.
Benny lets everyone jog forward, places the ball almost where the foul took place. He's going to aim for Anderson. Anderson up, gets a good header on, headed out. Anderson picks up the loose ball, he's tracking all the way back, and then he just lets it run out and accepts the throw.
Anderson's moving well. There's chat on the board as to who would come in midfield. I think if we were over on the wide right, it would naturally be Joao who would come on, wouldn't it be? Some talk of a departure for Stranraer across the Courier, etc. Not one that I was going to say not one I've heard, but I've not really been round about the ground in the last few days.
It was reported in the Courier, so take stock from that if you want. Has it been a real thing?
Yeah, it's a throw in for East Fife on the halfway line.
The fact they made one of the big papers would suggest that moves have been made already. Headed clear by Benny. Dylan Tate digging in there, wearing what on his back like another shirt. Aggie with the ball over the top. And Ross Munro, I mean, Dave Mackay, Dowd just sneaked in on his blind side, and Dowd's got a shot in. He had no business getting a shot.
I thought Mackay's let that bounce. It did bounce at an awkward angle there, but I mean, I think the angle was too narrow anyway, but the keeper's nudged it over the bar for a corner.
Yeah, and he's done really well to do it.
Yeah, so, it's incoming from the far side.
So the corner comes in, Agnew whipped in, headed clear by Kieran MacDonald. Watt picks it up. Cross comes in, driven, and Ross Munro at his near post gathers it and gratefully drops to his knees. Restarts the game with a bowled out ball to MacDonald. MacDonald back to Munro inside his 6-yard box, controls it, plays it forward. Watson wins it in the air. Dylan Tate just blasts it forward, only as far as Murdoch. And he gets it down the channel over the head of MacDonald, but Benny's there, and he plays it safe out for a East Fife throw. I think East Fife supporters will be they'll be positive about the fact they're making a nose in the right hand side with lots of throw-ins, but you know, crucially they're not testing our keeper yet. Spencer gets it away, and
too much for Regan Hendry there. That was a really neat touch by Benedictus in the box there, because he mistimes that as a penalty kick.
Aye, exactly, Throw by Murdoch for East Fife. Benny underneath it. MacDonald gets it away, back to Murdoch. Little ball juggling, and John Baird was making a nuisance of himself, and Agnew is now into the game, and the ball's wide left with Watson, I think it is. No, Lewis Hunter, the left back. Lewis Hunter charged down. Grant Anderson over the halfway line, nobody ahead of him. Look up, Andel, look up! And he tries it breaks the Dylan Tate. And that's Dylan Tate, I think when I go. The chance looked to have gone. Jimmy Grants had done a bit too much, but the ball broke for Dylan Tate, and he just stabbed it home. 4-1 the Rovers. We're just taking a wee bit of time to
high-five each other, a wee bit of self-congratulation, and another goal on the sheet for the Rovers. We did say we need another goal, we got it, 4-1. Now, with the guts of 55 minutes played, it's now all down to East Fife. They've got to really go some to make up the ground. We can't. Rovers, however, cannot afford to sit back on our laurels and accept a. Can't afford to sit back and accept a 3-goal lead, because East Fife, keen as mustard. They're not going to want to give up this game, and indeed they make a substitution. Pat Slattery comes on for, I think it's Daniel Church, I can't be sure. So East Fife reacting instantly to the concession of that 4th goal by bringing a man onto their midfield. Everyone okay there, Davey?
Yeah, sorry, I had to just disappear from the mics there to help out our cameraman for a wee moment.
I see, right,
Ian
okay.
Grieve there needing a wee bit of help with the LCD screen that we're
so
using
happy,
today.
David, that with Dylan Tate they got the goal, because the work that he's put in today, as have they all. Ball to the back post, and Keenan McDonald concedes the corner rather than let East Fife in at the back post. As I was saying when you were off mic there, David, just saying to the viewers, 4-1 up, 55 minutes played, it's down to East Fife now to really get their finger out and make us work to protect that 4-1 lead. Cross in, acrobatic effort, and McDonald gets it away. John Baird, just skips off his...
that over there.
Yeah. Ball into the box. To Agnew. Charge down, heroic stuff there. Agnew's then offside. No, he's not offside.
Flag stayed down.
Yeah, ball's still live. A challenge. Addison gets attacked. Dillon. Oh, he tried to set.
John Baird. Regan Henry.
Yeah, wide right. He just keeps it in. He does really well there. Rides the challenge, but the ball is broken there for East Fife. Far touchline. They go down the channel. Dowds is on the move. Oh, and he can't control himself. And he can make a complete pig's ear of that one. And we get it away. Dave Mackay just take a short, simple ball to Jamie Watson. Infield it comes to Brad Spencer. Doesn't stick, and East Fife look to get the attacking moves going. Dunsmore to Church. Dowds on the move into the box. Dave Mackay watches him every step of the way. Concedes another corner.
Yeah, corner kick there. It's as sparky a response as you could hope for if you're an East Fife fan, but 4-1's not where you want to see your team pushing on.
Yeah, corner to East Fife, and it's one of these games where you can't take your eyes off it. Corner comes in, back post. Munro under it, unchallenged, and he gathers it safely. It's like the Airdrie game, but a slightly better quality, and that you cannot take your eyes off it for a second. You don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, it's quite incredible. East Fife 1, Raith Rovers 4. And I'm going to... Our catchphrase of the day, there's still more goals in this, Neil.
Aye, exactly, yeah.
I disappeared off the mic there just to help Ian Grieve, our cameraman today. He's making use of an LCD additional screen that Molly Hancock of the RaithTV teams loaned them to use today. It's making a good difference there. As East Fife come again, John Baird penalised for a hand across the face of a East Fife player.
Making inroads on the left hand side. Cross in and head out by Benny, and I think it was Slattery there that was just lurking with intent. The new man, fresh legs, and Benny had to get that header away.
Yeah, John McGlynn's gone to the bench, and he's had a bit of a chat with a couple of players there. I think that if any concern, that would be for Grant Anderson, but he looks like he's moving well to me. John Baird getting pushed up to the halfway line. Immediately you see two East Fife players have had to drift back 10 yards from the starting position in terms of getting us out there.
Just lengthens the game, doesn't it? Lengthens the playing area. Agnew on the ball, always dangerous, always neat and tidy. Has to go back the way. Dowds has dropped out of the area. Lays it off. The cross comes in. Dowds can't control it. Rides the challenge, but the out ball, and Bairdy's there to collect. So as Davey pointed out, the out ball was there because Bairdy was pushed on. McDonald's wide left now. Got time to measure his fall forward. Bairdy underneath it. Challenges Higgins, and it breaks for Baird. So Gullen charge. Oh, Anderson Gullen, just the communication broke down there, and it's a ball forward. Ross Monroe just lets it run through.
Good communication between Benedictus and the goalkeeper.
He got a loud shout from the young keeper, and he could just let it run. Regan Hendry left foots it into the channel with Brad Spencer running into space. He's going to run out for a East Fife throw. Director of football, Ali Moore, just directing operations in front of us. Slack ball picked up by Baird. Oh, Gullen. And a shot, and spilled by the keeper, and very unconvincing.
It wasn't convincing at all, Neil.
Sort of a scuffed shot by Gullen, and he made a bit of a meal of it, it's got to be said.
Power at all, was it?
Brad Spencer closes down the midfielder, but the East Fife man gets away, but robbed there by young Dylan Tate. Outstanding work from the young man. Into the feet of Gullen, a little bit of space, just stopped, uses his strength, but
Grant Anderson went too early there, didn't he?
He did, Dave Mackay with Dowds. Dowds squares it. Oh, and a perfect tackle by Benny, but it breaks. Dowds is crowded out, and a goal for East Fife. Stabbed home from close range. Dowds had the shot. It was charged down, but it broke, and Dowds 1-on-1, and it's East Fife 2, Raith Rovers 4. So glad that we got that fourth goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ian Grieve shaking his head. He's got some editing to do tonight. Exciting stuff. People are losing wedding rings and all sorts in the home in the way end. Meanwhile, Regan Hendry attempted the ball forward, and it was headed out for a Rovers throw.
There's lots of jokes in East Fife end about cost your sister a lot of money to buy that.
Yeah, you get there before they do. Regan Hendry's on the ball as Davey just makes a technical adjustment to my mouthpiece. Cross in from Jamie Watson. Oh, yeah, won by Higgins, and high feet by Baird, and yeah, rightly so. A free kick to East Fife in the box. Long takes it. Long with the ball forward. Well up by Dave Mackay and Dylan Tate. Did he try and expand?
I'm not sure.
Try and catch the keeper off his line there. Either way, he got his angles wrong. 63 minutes played by Myclock and Murdoch into Wallace. Edge of the Rovers box, comes back inside, rides a couple of challenges. Back to Murdoch. Whips it in, back post, and headed clear by Jamie Watson. He's had a solid game so far.
Still best part of half an hour to go.
Exactly, yeah. Throw into East Fife on the far side. Head for the byline, but the angles are closed down, and it runs out for a goal kick. Good defending there by young Dylan Tate. I mean, there's nothing you can't say about how well this young man's played. He's really risen up to the challenge, you know.
It's been a barnstorming performance. He's been absolutely on top of his game.
And pre-match when we saw that we had the news from John McGlynn that Lewis Allen was sick and Ross Matthews was unwell, we thought, what's the midfield going to look like? At least we've got Spencer and Hendry, but Tate just slotted in there like it's the most natural thing in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big ball forward from Monroe. Evades Anderson, and Gullen just kept it on his way for an East Fife throw. Part of using the multi-ball system here. Throw in from East Fife. Dowds misses him. Benny gets a huge foot on it and back towards Watson. Backwards and forwards, but brought down by Dunsmore.
Done well, Dunsmore, didn't he?
Yeah. Wide left, Dowds crosses it in, hacked by Dave Mackay. You can never rest in your laurels in a derby game.
This game's not finished, Neil. This game is not finished.
There's cards and a goal at least to come yet. I'm convinced of it. Ooh, and a shot, and then pretty much straight at Monroe, and he gratefully flops onto that ball and just lets his defenders and midfielders get out. John Baird has taken a wide left position here, a position he played several times in John McGlynn's first spell here. Grant Anderson, head of the spear. Baird goes up to join him. Ross Minot delivers it, kicks from hand. Oh, well headed on by Grant Anderson. Not convincing by the East Fife defence, but they get it away. Back to Long. He's going to play it with his feet. Wee bit of time. Aims up for Wallace. Benny just rides the challenge presented by him, and Watson gets it back to Ross Monroe. And Ross Monroe just leaving it to the nth second to pick up that ball, get hands on it. Lets Dowd commit himself to close him down. Then Ross Monroe delivers it, kicks from hand, right down the middle. Higgins gets an unconvincing header at it. Gullen over the top to Anderson.
He's going to get it.
He was, yeah, he's done really well. Gets it back to Baird. Oh, squares it and it just breaks. Agnew's on the ball. Dunsmore's on the ball, wide right. Spencer makes him go back the way. Murdoch to Watson. Watson's going to go big here, I think. A lofted ball out to the left wing. Brought down in an instant. Down into Dowds, but enough of a challenge there for Benny to make him rush it, and Jamie Watson just thrashed it downfield. Another subby by East Fife. It's the boy with the red hair, whose name I forget, that's coming on.
I like how you forget his name, but you're having a look.
Lewis Baker.
Do you think that's a red-headed name?
Yeah, yeah. He looks like a Lewis. Slack ball there, and I think John Baird thought for a second.
It's actually not Lewis Baker that's coming on. It's number 16, Reddish McGinger.
Ball over the top there. Grant Anderson and Chris Higgins. Higgins gets it back to Long. Back pedals. Yeah, you got enough of an option there. He can just play it short to Watson. Watson just straight to McDonald. Oh, he's taken out of the game by Murdoch, and that is a yellow card. Deservedly so for Murdoch. Regan Hendry made his feelings known there, but that was, Kieran McDonald won the ball, knocked it forward, and it was completely taken out by Murdoch. Hendry had every right to wind things up and just keep the debate going. Darren Young and whatever his name is, McMinn, the assistant manager, mouthing off and complaining.
Yeah, these Fife bench are complaining. Dave McGurn's going over to have a word, and it's all about Regan Hendry. What happened is that East Fife were claiming it wasn't a foul, never mind a yellow card, and Regan, we could audibly hear him laughing from here, just winding it up.
And the assistant manager of East Fife's getting a talking to. I think the referee sent him what I said to him off mic. Certainly the sentiments are the same.
He's getting a yellow card.
Yellow carded. Dry your eyes, wee man. It's a kid's game after all.
Absolutely. Playground stuff in the midst of a kid's game.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
He complained to the referee.
That rather wonderfully wasted about 3.5 minutes.
It did, yeah. Hugely entertaining. 68.
I'll tell you what, the next challenge in the middle of the park on Regan Hendry will be a firm.
Yes, of course it will, yeah. Headed out for, so Benny took the free kick there and searching ball and headed out for
a question from TX. Have you heard anything about Geordie's loan deal being extended yet?
No. I've heard nothing. My speculation would be that with Robbie Thompson fully fit and McGurn.
We'll see this through though.
And a fresh air shot, and McDonald's on the ball. Spencer's on the ball. Closed down, yeah. So with my speculation, with Robbie Thompson and McGurn fully fit, and Kyle Bow presumably about to sign a modern apprenticeship deal, the goalkeeper, I think Monroe will go back.
It will allow us to bring another loan deal.
Yeah. I wonder who that will be. Again, speculation. There's been lots of names talked about, but we do know from the chairman and the manager that he's looking to bring in 2 bodies, all being well. Baird gets it back to McDonald over the top. Straight to Higgins. He heads out. Dunsmore heads it infield. Dylan Tate heads it on, and Murdoch, man just recently booked, heads it out. Dylan Tate picks up the loose ball, gets it to Jamie Watson, and a huge ball up into the air.
That's coming down with snow in it.
Grant Anderson just nearly kept that in, but East Fife get it away. Ryan Wallace. Regan Hendry rides the challenge. Neat footwork. He is just a joy to watch.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely. McDonald wide left. Kate McDonald, he's wanting somebody ahead of him. He goes in field to the deep line Baird. Oh,
too much football.
Brad Spencer picks up the slack. Neat footwork by him. And Dunsmore returns the favour. Benny wins it well off of Olwen. Regan Hendry pulls back Steve Agnew.
He could go for a red here. No, it's a yellow card. The referee could, I thought, the pace there, I was thinking, is he go for a red here? That all came from a loose ball from John Baird. It was a nice flick, to be fair to him. It's Dave McGurn who's backing.
Subs about to be made.
Action.
Tony Dingwall's coming back from the warm-up as Agnew looks to take this free kick from midway inside the East Fife half. Left footed in, headed on by Murdoch to the back post and runs out for a goal kick.
That's fine.
So
yeah, it's going to be Tony Dingwall. Yeah, he's getting stripped, Neil. I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually Dylan Tate who they extract.
He's done a power of running and he's done really well. And out the three of them, just getting a wee bit of a break. With I think it's 71 minutes on the app clock. Ross Monroe, not the greatest of kick-outs out for a East Fife throw in their own half. Yeah,
the next goal's absolutely crucial, isn't it?
It is,
absolutely crucial in terms of where this is going. East Fife, fair play to them, are putting up a good fight.
2 bookings each. East Fife 2, Raith Rovers 4. Grant Anderson fouled in mid-air, goes down heavily.
The arm's up to the air, he looks in pain.
Agnew into the space. And a goal for East Fife. And that is number 9, Ryan Wallace. A smart shot on the turn. And Ross Monroe had no chance for that. Grant Anderson's still down, so we're going to be making a subby. We're going to have somebody requiring treatment. John McGlynn asking, I think he's asking why the game wasn't stopped when Anderson went down, but
yeah, it was a shot from distance. I think East Fife still really fancy this.
Yeah,
and I'm not even talking about taking a point. I think that they're in for the win here. Tony Dingwall's got his tracksuit top back on.
And I think with Anderson going down hurt, that's maybe forced a rethink as to who is the one that comes off very obviously. If it has to be Anderson, then might be more of a...
Yeah, he went down in the move that ended with the ball in the back of the net. I thought that it had been a challenge that had kind of forcibly pushed the bottom of his back. And he fell in a way, immediately putting his hand in the air, played the advantage for East Fife.
Yeah, John McGlynn giving feedback to the defence.
I mean, it's not East Fife's prerogative, it's not their position to stop play, it's all over to the referee, so
completely,
I don't really buy the kind of lack of sportsmanship angle.
It's a significant amount of time that Anderson's been down. I think we're looking at least a 2-minute stoppage here.
East Fife 3, Raith Rovers 4, and more to come.
Yeah. Stephanie Crawley working on his, looks like his lower back area. Oh, he's not happy at all. I think she's the physio just motioned that 2 minutes. He's gonna. But no, it's Kieran Bowie that's coming on. Come on, Tig, lead the line. Come on, Tig. Oh, she's done it now, look. Oh, it's Kirsty now.
Well, the match day updater has the score now at 4-3.
Yeah.
20 minutes plus stoppages.
Grant Anderson's back on the pitch, so Ziggy Bowie takes a seat again for the time being. Ball forward by Rovers, headed out by East Fife, and it's a Rovers throw on that far side. And it's Tony Dingwall that's coming. So I think it is going to be what we originally said. Tate comes off for Dingwall. Anderson looks like he's okay to go on. He heads it on.
Back with Long, the keeper. Right foots it forward, looking for that big man Dowds. Benny wins it cleanly in defence, only as far as Murdoch. Murdoch heads it back in. Dowds heads it on. Wallace there, forced out wide by Hendry. Back to Murdoch. Infield to Wallace. Oh, breaks for Agnew. Spreads it out to the left back. Cross into the box. Agnew and a short charge down, and Jamie Watson out gratefully for a throw-in.
It's always Fife.
You
know, I think back to our wonderful day out at Airdrie, and it's got vibes of that about it, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, dearie me. 75 minutes played. Jamie Gullen did well to try and get away on the right hand side there, but the ball wouldn't run for him. East Fife throw.
Yeah, substitution to be made.
Tony Dingwall on, Dylan Tate off, yeah, as we thought. So you can assume that's a straight swap. You're not going to rejig the formation. Dylan Tate's really has done well for a young lad coming in to fill the gap. Maybe feeling that knock that he took early on in the second half.
Yeah, he's got a hold on his top of his right thigh there. What a shift from Dylan Tate.
Yeah. And we're reintroduced to that funny running style of Tony Dingwall as he goes. Ball down the channel, Dowds down towards the corner flag. 2 men on him, but he keeps a hold of it. He's so big and awkward and strong. Plays it off Mackay, and it's an East Fife corner. We're going to have to really weather the storm, aren't we, Davey, for this remaining.
Incredible that we were moments ago we were 4-1 up, and at the moment it's almost like we're holding on for a point. Swung into the box. Great header.
Dunsmore just lamps it up into the air. Mackay is heading that all day long, and he gets a foot on it, and McGullen just pumps it forward, but nobody on the receiving end. And Watt goes back, gets it back to Lewis Hunter. Ball forward. Benny under it, gets a head on it. McDonald gathers, gets it forward. Ooh, just evades John Baird, and Higgins and Murdoch combine well. Keep away from the Rovers front man. Down the channel it goes. Ryan Wallace slips and falls and out for a goal kick. Ross Munro doing all he can to ignore that ball as it comes back to him for the goal kick. "77 minutes played. East Fife 3, Raith Rovers 4. Munro takes it back over to the other side of the box. You can aim for Anderson as per usual. Oh, out it goes to the throw-in from Ross Munro, and every wasted ball now is greeted with howls of frustration.
Yeah, there's certainly nothing's going right for us at the moment.
Ball forward. Mackay gets a head on it. Agnew comes in field with it, keeps the ball moving. Murdoch down the right hand side. Dunsmore look to come in field, keeps a hold of the ball, gets a cross in, headed out by Benedictus for a corner. Another corner. Ball's in the car park, so a new ball comes, ignored by Agnew, and he's going to take the corner down in the corner there. Agnew short one up, ball comes in, headed clear by McDonald, up, breaks to the box, and Owen flashed clear of the goal, and time stood still for a second there, and for a minute of the...
Well, I don't know why that wasn't a free kick for a push in the back. I can say that with no malice, because the ball didn't go into the net. It's not sour grapes talking there because it's a goal kick, but I thought there was a strong push in the back in the box there.
Ross Munro with the goal kick. Better this time. That's it, right onto Anderson, just loses out, but the ball breaks. Over the top it comes. Dave Mackay gets it away. Only as far as Watson. He pumps it back in. Watt heads it on. Jamie Watson, Dave Mackay and Regan Hendry all combine to get the ball away. Right onto the foot of John Baird. He lays it off.
That's better. That's better.
Yeah. McDonald, with a bit of space, can spread out to Gullen. Shoots, drags it across the goal, and he was looking for that hat-trick goal, McDonald.
I thought he'd taken a deflection, but it didn't. It's a goal kick. Well worth an effort. Well worth an effort.
Come on, guys. 80 minutes played. 10 minutes of normal time plus, I'm saying at least.
Best part of 15 to go, Neil, yeah.
Kept in there, but Tony Dingwall first touching the ball, gets it down the channel. John Baird making a nuisance of himself, making the defender play it. Forced back the way, and he does competently deals with it. Watson on the ball. Comes forward with it. Drives it only as far as Dingwall gets ahead in it. Regan Hendry gets a knee on it. Wallace to Agnew. Rides the challenge of Hendry. Watt, 2 men in front of him, gets it crossed in, booted clear by Brad Spencer, headed on by Watson, flicked up, head up by Dowds, and he was offside. And now Ziggy Bowie's going to make his entrance. I wonder if that's going to be Anderson. Just East Fife supporters getting a wee bit excited about something, don't really know what.
I think it's Anderson, because Tony Dingwall's ran across there gesticulating. What?
No idea.
I've got no idea why East Fife have got a free kick in the halfway line.
And now the sub's going to be made. Bowie on.
I think it's John Baird.
Yeah, that's a fair shout. He's run himself on the ground as well. Another really energetic performance from Baird. Deserved a goal today, who didn't quite come. He's really made a best of himself. Also at the same time, East Fife are now making that substitution. Lewis Baker coming on for somebody. So Bowie, the not insignificant presence of Bowie, joins the attack. He's got Gullen and Dingwall behind him. Ball out towards Murdoch, headed on. Ryan Wallace keeps it in with Benny on his back. Gets the ball in, hacked clear by Brad Spencer. Ziggy Bowie just gets in the way, and then hacked clear by Benny right down the channel and out for an East Fife throw in front of the Rovers dugout.
No, it wasn't Bowie for Anderson, it was Bowie for John Baird was the substitution.
Yeah, we called it wrongly, but have faith in the manager. Wallace and Kieran McDonald just holds him up, and Wallace is forced back the way. He's now got help from Gullen. Tries to set Bowie away into the channels. The fresh legs of Bowie. Higgins gets it back to Long. That's a strong back pass. Long back to Higgins. To Watson. And a hellish attempt at a pass. Gullen forced wide. 3 men round him. Past Watson. Knocks it past him. Watson gets a foot on it. And then plays off Gullen for the goal kick.
I think we're going to see more movement on the bench. I think young Victoria is going to be on shortly.
Yeah, good shout, Davey. Well spotted.
Yeah.
The
Portuguese
coming on for East Fife for Watt. Yeah, that's Watt, the muscular presence of Watt. The tall number 10, Lewis Baker. So Jordan Long's going to take this goal kick. Long with the goal kick, aiming for Wallace. Dave Mackay gets ahead on that. Dave Mackay gets a strong foot on it. Dingwall and Bowie combine, but the ball breaks for Watson in the centre circle. Over the top he comes. Spencer with a defensive header. Jamie Gullen right over the shoulder. Higgins just heads it up there, not for the first time, but they get away with that. Regan Hendry gets feet on the ball. Kieran Bowie, being wrestled off the ball there, but nothing given by the ref.
Yeah, the player had 2 arms round his waist there.
Well up by McDonald with a defensive header. Gullen brings it down and wins the throw-in.
I think Jamie Gullen might have just run himself out there.
Yeah, it's a good shout, David.
Is it Brad Spencer? No.
Yeah. Brad to get the instructions.
I'm going to go for, I think it will be Jamie Gullen. If you notice, he's walking his way onto the pitch here. Just actually to kill a wee bit of time, I think. No, it's Anderson. It's Anderson, Neil.
So straight swap out, you say. Victoria for Anderson. Anderson still walking a bit funny after that knock to the lower back in. But he's put himself out really well. Won loads in the air. He's run his race though, and it's Victoria, fresh legs. We're on 85 minutes of regular time played. Ali Moore's giving it big 5 to the players. No stadium clock here for them to refer to as Davey breaks out the big guns there.
Yeah, I think you might have a wee sugar dip there, so a Kit Kat for us both. Ball's over the top, Victoria's under it. We're looking for the second bounce and it falls to Dingwall. He's managed to bring in the hammer. He looks absolutely burnt out, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Yep, we've played our hand and Hendry on the ball, central. Spreads out to Maka on the left wing. First time to Brad Spencer. Man on his back. McDonald overlaps. Spencer buys the foul. No way. You've got that completely wrong, mate. Lewis Baker got involved there. Tony Dingwall. Rhodes right to challenger Dowds. Hendry, Victoria, Spencer just serves up into the air. Dingwall competes, brings it down very well. Gets it out to young Jamie Watson. Yeah,
Watson plays the ball to Victoria. That's a lovely little drag back there, Neil.
Yeah, Gullen.
Back where we started.
Back to Watson. Gullen again. Back to Watson. Goes all the way back. And no ball into Kieran Bowie. Lewis Baker on the ball there. Wastes the ball by East Fife, and Kieran Maka can gather under no pressure from an opposing player. Wallace goes to close him down, and Maka over the top. Bowie runs into channels. They've got the better of Watson. Byline squares it.
Oh, what a chance for Victoria! Across the face of the goal, it needed the merest of touches. It goes out for a throw-in.
Bowie so well to ride the challenge, turn him, get the ball driven across goal, and Victoria, and then Gullen just couldn't get anything on it. Dealt with by Dave Mackay. Hendry on the ball. Got a wee bit of space and time. Out to Maka. Maka flighted ball forward. Bowie loses out to Murdoch. Spencer and Hendry combine to get the ball down. Onto the foot of Dingwall. But we have space in front of him. He goes over a run down the right. Ball in. Return ball. Dingwall. Cross goal. Blocked by the keeper. Scramble clear. So almost end-to-end stuff, you know.
Yeah, Cullen was looking for a drag back there. But he had a tap in if it was going. Free kick is Fife.
And Brad Spencer has just committed the same sort of foul that was committed on him. This time he gets penalised. Just one of those frustrating things in modern football.
Yeah, the frustration is that the ball wasn't cut back from Tony Dingwall, because I think we had 2 or 3 players there.
88 minutes played of regulation time.
Yeah, Brett Long to take the free kick. Midway inside East Fife half.
You lead there.
Benny's under it, he wins it. Baker puts in a good challenge. East Fife will try and deliver it again from in front of their own bench. They're on the right hand side, ball's played over the top, there's an overlap there, it's cut out by Benedictus, false in East Fife jersey, it's in the box, it's a shot. Oh, it's past the post. John Baird's facial expression caught my eye there as I turn round as he puffs the cheeks out. John Baird would know when a striker's missed a chance. He just swung the boot at that. Any composure, and that was us level again. So we're into the last 2 minutes of the match. I think we'll see at least 4 minutes extra.
Monroe with the goal kick, aiming for Bowie, just beating it in the air, but David
well done, Dave Mackay.
Gets a good strong foot on that, all the way back to
Brett Long.
Brett Long, thank you, Davey. Out to Murdoch, no messing around. Bowie goes to close him down, but the experienced defender gets it back to Watson. Watson to Higgins, space and time in front of him, but he goes long, aiming for Dowds. Benny up, captain's role. Gets the ball down. Out to the right hand side, Murdoch on the ball. The overlapping Watson thought about taking it for a run. Indeed, he takes on Regan Hendry, rides the challenge. Calmly dealt with by Benedictus and McDonald. Victoria looks to get away, and Murdoch gets it back to Higgins.
Yeah, McDonald's playing as a centre forward, isn't he, on his own? Victoria, yeah.
Big ball forward, but headed out by Dave Mackay. Regan Hendry brings it down. Oh, just expertly juggles it clear into space. Goes for a run down the left-hand side. Watson comes across to challenge him. We have extras onto Hendry, who's already been
This will be interesting. East Fife Raith Rovers are looking for a yellow card for the foul. East Fife are looking for a yellow card against Regan Hendry, which would bring on a red, because he had a little bit of retaliation. I think the referee's going to give neither, and play will restart with a Raith Rovers free kick.
Late drama at Station Park, 4 for 2, Montrose 3. So, free kick. Are we going to sling this in looking for a fifth goal? Are we?
1 minute to go of regulation time is what the match updater says.
Yeah, I'm saying that. Yeah, that's right.
Dave McGurn's escorted to the bench. We're having some words with Aaron Young.
Spencer, Hendry. Ryan Wallace takes a booking for fouling Hendry.
Regan Hendry turns to Ryan Wallace and gives him the nice belly, mate. Ryan Wallace maybe carrying a couple of extra ounces of body fat than young Regan. This is absolutely playing into our hands, though. It just lets us kill the clock down in the corner, maybe about 18 yards out in front of the Raith Rover support. Not a single person leaving the stadium. Regan Hendry switches it far side.
Hammer brings it down, byline. He's not going to sling this one, he's going to wait for support to get there. Victoria gets on the ball.
He'll go to the corner, Neil.
Yeah, no noise. Victoria gets the break of the ball, still got it. Dingwall's on the ball, going for the corner flag. Takes the defenders with him, right down that corner flag. Gets it in field and dealt with and hacked clear. Only as far as Brad Spencer.
Finds an East Fife jersey.
Big ball forward, Dowds heads it on, but McDonald picks up the knock on. He's going to let that run right to the touchline before playing it forward, right into the corner. And a Rovers throw in. It was a rugby kick, wasn't it?
Unbelievable. Neil, take a wee look to your left hand side. Look at the facial expression of Louis Vaughan.
Dying to be out there.
Absolutely riveted, with every bit of nervousness that you hear in your commentators' voices.
92 minutes played by my reckoning. Victoria spreads it infield. Dingwall slightly slack there, but Gullens regained control. Plays it off the East Fife player and out for another Rovers throw. Is it nail-biting stuff?
I think it's only nail-biting because the scoreline. You know, if there's 2 goals in this, we're feeling comfortable. East Fife 3, Raith Rovers 4. The clock's on 91. We've got the ball down in the corner with Ziggy Bowie.
Rides the challenge, gets the ball back there. Tony Dingwall.
Only got jerseys there.
Yeah, but it breaks for Regan Hendry. Comes in field, driving
goes to the corner again, Neil.
Yes, for the corner flag. Just a wee bit of close control. He's got taken 2 markers with him. Played off the East Fife player, but it breaks for
foul against Regan Hendry. Here comes the Hail Mary from Brett Long. He steals 10 yards, pumps it up over the halfway line. We need a big Raith Rovers presence, and Kel Benedictus is that. Right, intelligently put to the corner.
Joe Victoria chases it down. Watson to take the throw in, just a wee bit of silliness there. Big throw in from him, headed on by Spencer. Victoria brings it down. Spencer infield to Dingwall. Gullens got a bit of space.
Hammer thinks he's shooting.
Yeah, Dingwall takes it wide. Yeah, he's just going to again go to the corner flag, just manage that game time. Comes back the way, just retains possession, turns on his sixpence, heads for the
Wins a
fullback
throw in.
wins another throw in. "94 minutes, 95 minutes on the app clock. It's surely any second now." Throw in to Dingwall, back to the taker. Another
Raith Rovers ball.
We've won this, Davey.
Well, I'm not for counting my chickens, but it's looking more hopeful than it did 20 minutes ago.
And it comes to Gullen, man on his back, forced back the way. Over the top it comes to Bowie, controls it, and it breaks. Gullen in the box. Goal! 3 and 2 goals for Gullen, and the game is over, no doubt about it. 3 goals, 3 points for the Rovers. Everyone in the corner. Gullen just took his chance, throwed in and lashed it in the goal. Every goal's been
Ross Monroe is up at the opposite corner flag, and the crowd is an absolute melee going on. As Tony Dingwall made his way into the box, found the hammer throw, a must run down the clock. Oh no, I'm not. Smashes it into the corner of the net. The fans are on the pitch, the players are in with the fans. Jamie Gullen finally gets his top back, he's going in the book. And he's Fife are heading home on the tail end of a 5-3 scoreline.
See you, boys!
And as Neil Russell says, we're winning this one.
Ah, well.
That noise is all from the boys from Kirkcaldy. Every man, woman and child on their feet. I shouldn't say the boys from Kirkcaldy because we've got a large number of women and young girls in the travel and support who have got right behind the Rovers team.
Very clear.
Here comes the whistle!
The final score is 5-3. Raith Rovers 5. The points go to the Rovers in the Christmas derby.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
I think we're going to get off air, Davey.
And
Now
let's hope for a Happy New Year.
We have a post-match to do them.
Well done on your performance second half, Neil. That was a rugged one. You dragged us from the depths through to the heights of glory. Well done.
It's all Harry Moore, director of football. Tactical genius.
Well, we round up and we'll say thank you to everybody for tuning in. Always a pleasure as a volunteer of the club to bring you as the fans news of what's going on in the pitch.
Yeah.
A brilliant victory for Raith Rovers.
And it only behoves me to say TTFN, Davey Hancock.
TTFN,
Enjoy a cup of drink.
Go for it.
Bye bye.